Alright, we're flying the approach into TONCONTIN, the RNAV Zulu into runway 02. We just passed the initial approach fix, and that's how it's gonna go. Starting things off on a great note, getting told I'm overshooting a speed restriction when I'm actually undershooting it. And I'm really counting on PMDG's LNAV coding for this one, because the RNAV approach, and I can bring the chart up here, is like a big swooping turn. Past Tango Golf 011, we're going to take a visual left-hand turn about 90 degrees into the runway threshold, leveling out basically right over the numbers. There isn't really a briefing that because like most people that are like into flight simming and stuff know the approach into TONCONTIN and the Honduras. So I figured I'd keep the briefing out of this one and get right to the meat of it. But basically we're going to just slow down to VRF speed. I want to be fully configured somewhere here between Tango Golf 12 and Tango Golf 11. I believe, yeah, final approach max 165 knots, so got to keep an eye out for that. But we're going to keep calm, we're going to keep focused on this one, because this is serious business. Able 250 knots. There is no restriction for that, is there? Let me check here. Apparently there is. Alright, we'll drop some speed brake. So we are in the Delta 737-900 ER with the split skim tar winglets, and a SATCOM installed, and a couple of other things. Flew in from Atlanta. This route is usually operated by the Dash 700, but today we're operating it on the 900 because I figured I'd give myself a little bit of a challenge here, and I believe the biggest thing that flies in here is actually a 757, so I figured I could get away with that. I'm gonna extend flap 1 now, keeping the speed brake out still. Get the taxi light ready. On the speed brake as well. Oh no, wait. I have the speed brake out. Now we'll go flap 5. Tell you what, I'm gonna just bug the runway track here so I don't have to keep rebugging, because it's really just a sweeping turn. Alright, that's checked. I'm gonna bring in this, arm it now. I'm gonna extend flap 15, and we're gonna drop the landing gear. Coming down nice and easy. We got 3 green lights. Is the leg page really putting in 200? No, it isn't. Okay. Cool. Get the approach page up here. So we have an updated VRF 142 knots, 10 knots of wind correction for this. We're gonna have a 10 knot headwind on landing here. I'm also gonna switch now to the terrain radar since we're pretty much below all the weather that was up in the area. Keep an eye on that here. So the airport elevation is about 3,300 feet, and we're looking at 5,900 feet minimum safe altitude here. And we're just gaining visual with the city at TONCONTIN here. And I'm going to extend now to our final stage of flaps, which is 40 degrees. I've never actually done a 40-degree flap landing here, and we'll also do speed intervene for the VREF here. Just clear this. Okay, so I'm gonna see we have visual. That is the runway right there. And as I said, minimums for this approach are 429 feet. Barometric radio is something like 1100, but I figured I'd use barometric minimums because the elevation changes a fair amount coming down into here. And yeah, so I'm gonna take the autopilot out now. I'm gonna leave the flight directors in. I'm also gonna take out the auto throttle. good thing I like this compared to the fly-by-wire on Airbus aircraft. You can just trim it manually. We're going to take out the flight directors here, and this is it. This is the visual turn. Land. So now we're headed straight towards this mountain here, and we're just gonna make sure to descend not too quickly but not too slowly. It's really easy to get yourself vertically off profile on these approaches here. So we're just gonna make sure to keep visual with this, and also watch the speed as well. It's all about balance. And we're showing a 4 red here, so obviously I'm not doing very good vertically. Disregard. Getting a little bit too fast here. Idle. There we go. And we are decelerating very well. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, reverse thrust stowed. Auto brakes are disarmed. Yeah, it was a max auto brake for this one. I wasn't going to take any chances. And that's it, we're down in TONCONTIN, Honduras. Alright, so I'm going to bring the spoilers in and the flaps up. I'm going to clean up the aircraft here. I was really worried I was going to screw that one up, man. First time around. Alright, and transponder back to mode C. Couple things we can do here. The APU is starting up. I didn't actually take a look at what gate we were going to park up at. I'm not even sure if there is a there's a parking. No, yeah, no, that just looks like where would you park at? This is a taxi to gate TONCONTIN, not the new one by Project Max. Okay. Is this just going to be another overview thing? Yeah, no, okay, I see. So, in that case, I'm just going to go to the GSX menu, and I'm going to pick a suitable gate. So we have one aircraft parked up here. I'm assuming that that is, because we're on VATSIM, I'm assuming that's another guy. I'll actually check VATSPY here. Yeah, he just arrived in from Mike Romeo Oscar Charlie, which is, I have no idea where that is. Monterey, maybe? In Mexico? Let's try gate 2. Is this it here? Does this work? APU should be available now. Yeah, okay. So this is where we're going to park. And I need to be on the captain's side for this one to line it up properly. And I'm willing to bet that the marshaller is in the building. Yes, he is. So we're just gonna, oh crap, there we go. That's good. Yes, that's a very common issue with GSX. I actually forgot to stop the block timers on both sides. But we're here so we can turn on the APU bleed and turn off one pack. And we've already stopped the block timer so we can turn off our engines. This can go to standby and we can do a couple things. Almost all the fuel pumps, yaw damper hydraulic pumps, the beacon, the window. No, we can leave the window heats on. We need the probes off. We need to get this into like a turnaround sort of state. Seatbelts off. Alright, very good. And what we'll do now is we'll go FS actions. I want the chocks, and I'll request a GPU. I'll also request a boarding from GSX, so that means we're going to need to open up these doors and these doors. So that is the approach into TONCONTIN. It was pretty fast paced. I think we've only been recording, yeah, for 10 minutes. I just figured I'd start recording on the initial approach fix. No issues with OBS or anything. No FPS drop or stuttering or anything from what I'm seeing. But yeah, so you can actually see pretty well from here. So this is the threshold of runway 02, and I think we touched down around this part. We floated it out a little bit because I got about 5 knots too fast on the last mile or so of the approach. But we came in from here, and we right before this mountain here, it's kind of like Kai Tak with the checkerboard. Right before you hit the invisible checkerboard, I guess you'd say, we'll make that turn in there. Swooping turn, we were a little bit low. Overall, I think we did that pretty good. I've seen countless like VODs of Twitch streamers that'll come in here, and they'll get the approach down pretty good, but they always end up overrunning, either because they underestimate the short lengths of the runway, or they balloon their aircraft, float their aircraft too much. But yeah, that is, we officially made it, and I'm actually gonna check the landing rate on the Lanza here to see how good we did in terms of not smashing it. So I flew in from Atlanta, blah blah blah, that was not recorded. 183 feet per minute, so that's pretty textbook. 1.4 G's, and yeah, we did touch down a little bit past, not a little bit, a fair amount, I guess you could say, past the touchdown markers, but we did an auto brake max landing with flap 40, so we were able to get off it here. But I think we could have gotten away with doing auto brake 3 and rolled right to the last exit there. So that's the debrief pretty much. I figured I'd just drop this one out real quick. You know how it is. And yeah, bye-bye.